Welcome to the Desert Shave Den. Today's shave will be an Italian shave featuring the Razorock Mentor. Let's get started. Hi everyone, and thank you for watching. My name is Joseph. So it's hard to believe it's almost Christmas, and really the year 2023 for me has just flown by. So today I have an exciting shave, got some new gear in the shave den. Here you can see the Razorock Mentor with the bulldog handle, talk a little bit more about that. And here's a Razorock 24mm synthetic brush with a Plissoft knot. So today, since I got a Razorock razor and the new brush colored in the Italian tricolor, I decided what better soap to pair it with than Proraso green. So I'm just blooming the soap, and I'm actually going to try a face lather. This is literally my first shave with this brush, although it's probably maybe my third shave with the razor. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. But first impressions on this brush. First of all, it looks really cool. It kind of reminds me a little bit like it's reminiscent of some of the barber pole brushes, but I'm of Italian heritage. I love Italian shaving products, and I really wanted to get a full-size synthetic brush just to see how those synthetic brushes perform. Applying the Proraso green pre-shave as always, and we will start getting this face lather going. So as I said, this is probably my third or so shave with the Razorock Mentor. It is with the bulldog handle, and let me tell you, it's quite an aggressive razor, but it's also very efficient. More on that in a little bit. But it's a very good value razor. I think I purchased it from Pasteur Pharmacy for something like $21.99, and I really wanted to try that aggressive head since aside from the R41, I have mostly mild razors in my shave den currently, although I've added a Gillette Slim adjustable from 1968. I haven't featured that yet. Of course, you can dial that up fairly aggressive, but otherwise, looking to get a little more range in the types of razors I have available. So I'm all lathered up with the Proraso soap. I really like the feel of that brush. Synthetic, sometimes it doesn't splay quite the same as badger hair, but I really liked it. And so this first pass, I'm going with the grain. So the great thing about how affordable and the value you're getting from a Razorock Mentor, and they have a variety of other ones. Of course, they have the all stainless steel models like the Game Changer and things like that are a little pricier, but for literally around $20, even if the Mentor razor head ends up not being your cup of tea, the thing is you still get a really good stainless steel handle that can work with literally any other three-piece razor. So, depending on what razors you already have in your shave den, that might be, worth it on its own, and it could be a good sort of low-cost opportunity to get into the more aggressive market, the deeper end of the pool, without spending a lot of money. And this razor, it definitely has a significant blade feel. It's not on the level of an R41, but this is a noticeable step up from, let's say, a 34C Mercur. So the actual website if you go on the Italian barber website, they list it as an 8 out of 10 on the aggression scale. I would generally agree with that. Let's say if we were to put just to set standards with known razors, if we were to put the and there you can see with the grain, I actually nicked myself. That's a little disappointing. Usually if I nick myself, And after the first pass, that is a really efficient first pass, I will say that, so I'm face lathering up for pass number 2. But nicking myself is a little disappointing with the grain. That is a trouble spot for me, but usually I only nick it if I get a little carried away and do a third pass against the grain in that area, kind of between my mouth and chin. So, little disappointing, but, maybe I just didn't show this razor the respect it deserves. It has a lot of blade feel, but I didn't think it was quite on the level of an R41, so maybe I was just a little careless. But, it'll take future shaves to really get a feel for how careful you need to be to see, what it takes to not get nicked. So this second pass, I'm going across the grain east to west. Definitely some very nice audible feedback, I'm sure you can hear. One thing I'm not 100% certain on is just based on photos, the head on this razor really looks very close, if not identical, to a head you can get on Maggard's website. I believe it's called the V3A. I guess they have like a medium and a aggressive version. I'm assuming if this is the same head, I'm assuming it would be the aggressive version. But as a reference point, if you've had any exposure to those heads available on Maggard's, I think this is more or less the same razor head. And so if you want to mix and match on Maggard's instead of getting a whole razor, I think that would probably be a similar experience. Yeah, so this across the grain pass is going very well. I can feel it's very efficient. I know this is going to be a close shave. That nick is a little unfortunate, but I'm not going to let it ruin the shave. That's just part of it, and that's part of learning how to use a more aggressive razor. Because let's be honest, if you can tame a more aggressive razor and learn how to use it without getting nicked, the benefit is just really close shaves, and I certainly think this razor is capable of that. And if I don't think I finished my point. So if a Merkur 34C is, let's say, a 5 out of 10 on the aggressive scale, and let's say it's also a 5 out of 10 on the efficiency scale, and let's put an R41 at a 10 of aggression, and yeah, I had to say wow, because this, I'm just barely going to do the cheeks, and that'll be it. But if an R41 is a 10 out of 10 on the aggression scale and 10 out of 10 on the efficiency scale, the one benefit of this razor, although you can see it did bite me pretty bad, is I would say it's maybe a 7.5 or an 8 on the aggression scale, but the efficiency, I really would put it at a 9 out of 10, maybe even a 9.5 out of 10. It really is flirting with R41 efficiency levels without quite the level of just raw blade feel that you get from the R41. And there you can see those nicks, it turns out there were actually 2. They're full-on weepers, so it's a little disappointing, but it is a super close shave. Again, yeah, as I was saying there, I'm disappointed by the nicks, but I'm going to cold water rinse, and then I'm going to apply alum block. I know I haven't featured that on the channel before, but this is an Ozma alum block, and I don't use alum hardly ever, but basically only when I have nicks. My philosophy with alum is I use it when I need to make a subpar shave less bad or better. It's of course not a miracle product, but it does do a good job. And surprisingly, outside of the nicks, there really wasn't any zinging feedback. So I think the nicks were just an anomaly. And if I can tame it, I think this is actually a very comfortable, irritation-free shave. I think it just might require some investing of practicing technique. And yeah, it looks like the alum really did cinch up those nicks, so I'm happy about that. And here, of course, I just have to pair it off with Italian Citrus from Fine Accoutrements. Just a wonderful scent. It's apparently a dupe of Acqua di Parma Colonia. I haven't smelled the original, but I can tell you this is a beautiful citrus scent, and you can't go wrong. So there you have it. The brush I really like. I'm getting into synthetic brushes a little more. The Italian flag on the handle is really fun, and yeah, I just have to smell that aftershave again. And the razor is really good. It can bite, like there's no getting around that. I can't recommend it for everybody, but if you want an affordable way to get into the efficient razor market, that's the way to go. Well, this is Joseph with the Desert Shave Den. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content like this. Thank you for watching.